Now, some of you know I have another podcast called Embrace Your Power. And I only bring this up because at the beginning of that podcast, I say these words: for the longest time, I secretly wanted more. Now, that's my true confession. I secretly wanted more. And so I know what it's like to desire things, but be afraid to admit it. And even more, I know what it's like to be scared to go after the more that you secretly want. I was able to make courageous strides to see myself the way God sees me and to know He is okay with all the things I desire. In fact, He says if we delight ourselves in Him, He'll give us the desires of our heart. But I had to take some courageous steps so that I could believe that I really deserved it. If you're anything like me, where you secretly want more, I want to invite you to visit my new website, www.womenwantmore.live. And when you visit that website, you're going to find a video where I share with you how you can have what you secretly want. And so I want to invite you to check it out today. Again, that website is www.womenwantmore.live. Well, welcome once again to I'm the Good Thing, the podcast. This is the place where we unpack life wisdom. We pray, we affirm, and most of all, we discover our true beauty, our worth, and our power. I'm Denise Taylor, and I'm all about helping women build a life they love. And that begins with us believing everything good about who God created us to be. Now, this is the place where we get energized in a God kind of way as we see ourselves the way God sees us. And let me tell you, sis, you are good. Today's life wisdom is this: sis, you are not required to explain a decision that was best for you. I love this because many of us want to justify to others why we choose and decide what is best for us. We've been conditioned as if we owe others an explanation of how we concluded to something that was a decision of our own. We feel compelled to make sure that they understand the inner workings of our mind to a great degree of detail so that they can somehow assert us that it was okay for us to choose and do what was best for us. Giving that degree of power to someone else allows them to now hold the keys of you being able to be assertive in your own right. I love phrases that say no is a complete sentence because it absolutely is. Your reasoning for no is something you need to understand for yourself. It's not necessarily something that you have to explain to others and try to convince them to appreciate or value the no that you gave. I can't is a complete phrase. Again, you don't have to explain to others why you can't or you choose not to. You simply just need to allow them to know what your decision is. And finally, I'm not going to is a complete assertion. You see, one of the reasons why we have this sense like we owe someone else an understanding of our choice and decision is because we want to make sure that they feel good about what we've decided. But the fact of the matter is this: they don't have to feel good about it. You're not required to make them feel good about it. And even if they don't feel good about it, if it's the right choice or decision for you, then you need to be able to lean into that in your own confidence. I recently heard this phrase: adults inform, children explain. You are not a child. You are an adult. You don't owe explanations to others as to why you have chosen to do what it is that you've chosen to do. You may make a choice to share, but you don't have to. And that's the part that I want us to lean into more. It's this overwhelming sense that we owe others an explanation for our own choices and decisions. Sis, you don't owe anyone an explanation when you make a decision that's best for you. Thanks for connecting with me today. If this was a help to you, apply what stood out most to your life. If you loved it, subscribe so you can meet me here next time. And if you were moved, then share this with someone else. Keep seeing yourself the way God sees you. After all, you are the good thing. And visit my website, imthegoodthing.com, for all sorts of good stuff. And I'll see you next time.